Hello, Guardians. Welcome back to Tower Casuals, the Destiny podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Dirrig, and alongside me, as always, is none other than the Dawning himself, Josh Finney.
The Dawning himself. Well, you know, we've had worse.
Yeah. At least we're not yawning this year, you know?
Oh my god, dude! This has been a week, Corey.
It's been something, Josh. Let me tell you, it's been something. But at least we both got cool stuff.
We did both get cool things. So
yeah. Do you want to show yours, or should I just tell you what mine was?
I think you should show/tell me what yours was.
Oh boy, my show is all the way over there because my kids were organizing my Power Rangers today, Josh.
Oh, did your helmet come in?
No. I got two Power Rangers today, though, Josh.
He's got two Power Rangers, guys.
One is cool. Well, they're both cool to me, but one you might even think is cool, Josh. So one is the Lord Draken Evo 3 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive figure.
But then bunch of things I didn't understand until you got the Comic-Con.
I know, it's fine. But then I also got one of the Street Fighter crossover characters. I got Chun-Li in the mail today.
Ooh,
yeah.
As a Power Ranger?
Yeah, she is she's the Blazing Phoenix Ranger.
Interesting. I'm gonna be real. The only Power Rangers that I know is Time Force.
Time Force, yes. They only made two of those.
Time Force came on right before Digimon, so I would watch Time Force because I could get away with it. My parents didn't want me to watch Power Rangers, but I could get away with Time Force because it was right before Digimon, and it was like right after something else that I liked. So it was sandwiched right in the middle. I could get away with it. And then it was like Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And all that shit would come on. I think Sonic or Kirby came on right before Time Force.
I think it was Kirby.
Yeah, I don't know. My timelines are really messed up in regards to when Time Force came out, but I do distinctly remember watching it because that was when the dude who was like from the past got brought to the future. And
the Quantum Ranger.
The Quantum Ranger was also a thing. Yes. But it was Transformers. Transformers came on right around that time on Fox because WB had Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. So you see, we used to have to jump around for our Saturday morning cartoons for all Yu-Gi-Oh!
We sure did. Fox Kids, WB, Disney Channel.
I didn't watch Disney Channel on Saturday mornings. I was pretty much strictly like ABC. Like used to have some stuff, but it had kind of tapered off by that point. Once Kids WB got X-Men Evolution, it was over.
Oh, I mean, that's fair.
So, because, oh my god, dude, we used to get, this is how wild, rights used to be. You used to have X-Men Evolution. You used to have Pokemon. You used to have Yu-Gi-Oh! You had Batman Beyond. Jackie Chan Adventures. All on the same network.
That's true.
It was wild. It was before people were overtly, outwardly greedy.
It's true.
It's great. It's true. I loved it.
Yeah. Also, remember when everybody was anti-cable and everything went to Netflix?
Yes.
That was it?
Yes.
And then Hulu kind of snuck their way in there.
We begged Netflix and Hulu to save shows that got canceled.
Uh-huh.
Because we had to do that with Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of wild. I did that for a few years. Arrested Development came back as a result.
Yeah, and some people didn't care for it, I hear.
Yeah, I may be one of those.
I've never watched Arrested Development, so I couldn't tell you.
Development. I love Arrested Development. The first 3 seasons are just so amazing, and season 4 is such dog shit. But we're not going to get into that. I could have a whole episode about that.
Oh boy, don't get Josh started,
Corey. You know what we are going to get into?
You didn't say what you got, Josh.
Oh, well, I can't show that. I gotta show my Magic group first. They have not seen it. They haven't seen it yet.
You can describe it.
I got a very shiny piece of cardboard that is in Japanese.
Yeah, Japanese cardboard, Labo, special edition Labo, Nintendo Labo kit.
Yeah, Nintendo Labo that works with Magic the Gathering. That's right. You caught me. You got me, guys. No, I actually want a card that I have been wanting for a hot minute, and it's probably one that I will not play, simply because like right now it's not that it's a bad card. I just don't like really have a deck to put it in, but it will go with all my Final Fantasy cards. There you go. It's a spoil. It's Final Fantasy related, but I will show it on the next Xbox Casuals.
Nice.
I will show it next week when we talk about the upcoming Developer Direct, because by then it will be out. Also, Chelsea got me this absolutely adorable thing for Christmas. She put it in my Christmas stocking that I have to show. I got a little mini Jeff the Land Shark.
Ooh, that's fun.
So,
is it a keychain?
It is a keychain. We have his and her keychains for Jeff because I bought her one, and it's Jeff dressed up in his little like pink fluffy suit skin. So I had gotten her that without knowing that she had gotten me that. So great minds think alike.
Nice.
That's great.
Nice. My I have a Zelda figure coming tomorrow, supposedly. I pre-ordered it, but it says it hasn't shipped yet. But it still says it's on its way.
Who made it?
It's the Figma one. I pre-ordered it in October of 2024, so that tells you how long ago I pre-ordered.
Jesus Christ! I thought about getting the Samus Figma, the Metroid Dread costume.
Oh yeah, dude, that one's so cool looking.
But dude, I again, that's another. We were talking about slippery slopes before we got on here.
Yeah.
Or I guess you and I were talking about it a little bit. I was talking about with our friend Andre also.
Yep.
And it's just like I've already gone down one slippery slope with shiny cardboard, and I actually play this game. Mm-hmm. If I start going down it with collectibles again, I like just dug myself out of the collectible hole. If I start going back down it, it's going to be a problem. So,
yeah, I started doing that with the Power Rangers recently.
Yeah, I mean, I will buy, like, full disclosure, I'm probably buying like 6 or 7 like figures to put up at some point this year because My Hero Academia is over, and that's like my all-time favorite anime. Mm-hmm. But also, I really, really, really fell in love with Naruto last year, and my office simply will not be complete without an Itachi. So
that's fair.
You know, I feel like it's also like this whole idea of we can get all the things we didn't have when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
That like our parents didn't have money for, or we didn't have money for, and this and that, or that our parents, in my case, got rid of. Mm-hmm. So I'm thankful I never fell down the Pokemon card rabbit hole, because I've seen so many people be like, "Oh yeah, I had to go get a full set of the Gen 1 cards from the original set."
God, I'm like, good luck.
I'm like, dude, good luck with that, because everybody swears they had a first edition Holo Charizard. I promise you it was not first edition. You probably had a Holo Charizard. You did not have a first edition. I promise.
My next door neighbor had a first edition Holo Charizard.
Good for him.
I tried to trade him for it so bad, and he wouldn't trade it. I was like, well, smart, I guess.
Anyways, 99% of people who claim that they had a first edition Charizard did not actually have one. You had a Charizard or you had a Holo Charizard. The first editions were so exceedingly rare even back then.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, Josh. Let me tell you the truth about a Charizard card. I've never owned a Charizard card.
I had a Holo one. It was not first edition. I had first edition cards. I did not have a first edition Charizard.
Oh yeah, I had a ton of
mom gave them all away. She assumed that because I did not buy the games that came after Emerald, that I did not want. Was it Emerald? Crystal. It was after Crystal, because it was the first DS game or the first Game Boy Advance games. I did not buy those like right away or ask for them for my birthday. She assumed that I no longer liked Pokemon and got rid of all my Pokemon cards when I was at school one day. Not even kidding. Actually threw them out. Absolutely devastated 10-year-old Josh.
Well, yeah.
That was the equivalent. Dude, that was like a fucking war crime, okay? Like, the war on terror? No, the war on Josh's bedroom, okay? That's where we went. Thankfully, she never did it with my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. My Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I sold most of those at least, and came away with a pretty penny, which funded my video game addiction in high school.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Only ever so slightly regret getting rid of like 3 or 4 of those. But like everybody was like, oh, I have the Egyptian god cards. And like, oh, yeah, so we're going to get to Destiny in a minute. But like, everyone's like, I have the Egyptian god cards. No, you don't. No, you don't. They were fucking fakes. We all knew they were fakes. They were bad fakes too. Okay. Like there's legit, like really, really good proxies and fakes these days.
Oh, yeah.
I have some. They are indistinguishable almost from the real thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why like I would never buy I will never buy like really, really expensive singles from anyone that I do not personally know and or trust.
Yeah, I found that out when I tried to sell a bunch of Pokemon cards like last
Mm-hmm.
year. Like so many people were messaging me and asked me if I knew if they were real or if they were authentic or
Yep.
reproductions. I'm like, well, I've never purchased anything outside of a pack, so I don't know how to tell you that.
Yeah.
But
Like
I can
that,
assure you
there's
they're all real.
tells apparently, especially when it comes to Pokemon. Like there's tells because like specific, the hollows specifically are like
Mhm.
easier to tell.
Yeah.
In a lot of card games, but
Hmm.
if they're non-hollow, good luck.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well,
and anyways, that was a very long soliloquy
yeah.
about expensive cardboard. But you're
Josh,
here to
before we
go
get,
ahead.
I promise, before we get, we're gonna get Destiny. I promise. I just have to ask Josh a question. You're a D&D guy.
I am a D&D guy.
Tell me about board props, like props that you put on a table or on the board when you're playing. Do you use them, or you just kind of draw squares and be like, "This is a castle"?
Oh no, we use props.
Okay.
The more that we got into the game and like the more committed we were to it, because we meet up to play in person. We don't play online on like Roll20 or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Our DM got very creative with the maps and stuff, and he wouldn't buy like the pre-made stuff. He would make things himself. So like they're horrible. They're horrible props, but that makes it more fun when they're bad.
Oh yeah,
Except
of
I
course
will
it does.
say this dude made an absolutely bitchin' like sailboat that our characters took, or like I guess the equivalent of like the Black Pearl, but in D&D. And he made a couple of these, and he was like, all right, it took me a long time to make these, so we're going to do multiple boat voyages in this campaign so I can justify using these.
Cool.
But when we fought a Kraken, he made it out of pipe cleaners from his wife's like craft kit. So I was like, hey man, whatever. Like it's more fun when it's stuff like that and not things that you're buying, but we all have our own minis. We have like monster minis and stuff too that we use.
Mm-hmm.
So we every Christmas we have a painting party and we paint the minis we're going to use for the next year in the campaign. So that's always fun.
Okay, because my kids and I are working on a project, and I was thinking about using D&D props as part of it. And I didn't know if you like knew any good like websites that are they're like cheap or like whatever, or if you used them. But
I do not, but I would look on Etsy, honestly.
Etsy, yeah.
Okay. A lot of people 3D print them these days.
Yeah.
So
that's fair. Yeah.
Or find somebody with a 3D printer and get the files for them.
Yeah. Okay. That's all. Anyways, Destiny time.
Destiny time. It's been a while, guys.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. The last time we really had a chance to get together and do any sort of Destiny talk was I think our Renegades review. It has not been the greatest few months. It's been a frustrating few months. It just feels like literally like every couple of weeks something like terrible is happening in my life or something really stressful, and I feel like I'm starting to come out of the other side of that just a tiny bit right now. But we're back. I don't even remember what I promised we would talk about last time. So
we did Game of the Year, and then we did
Game of the Year. But I mean, what I promised on the last hour casuals we would talk about, because there were some things I had not gotten to in the post campaign yet, and some of that stuff is still like kind of up in the air. Let's start with talking about the Dawning a little bit. The Dawning, I know it's long since passed. I'm not going to call it the Yawning this year. I actually really enjoyed the Dawning this year, Corey.
That's good. I hear a lot of people have enjoyed it.
I'm like genuinely shocked at how much I enjoyed it. Maybe it's because I didn't really play it last year, but I think being away from that, like I didn't play Festival of the Lost hardly at all this year. I didn't play a ton of Solstice. Solstice really was just like playlist modifiers was all it was this year. I really enjoyed this though. There were a bunch of snowballs. It was really easy to make the snowballs. It was a blast doing the Crucible mode. I had a ton of fun doing the Excuse me, I had to burp there. Doing the Snowball Crucible mode was an absolute blast to me. I really, really enjoyed that. But the best feeling part about all of this was just the loot that was dropping. I was constantly getting 3-4 rewards from everything. Anytime you opened up a gift from a vendor, I was getting flooded with stuff. Anytime I did a Crucible match, getting flooded. You finish your dailies, you finish your weeklies, just absolute like mountains of loot. And I like that they have the modifier that gives you like +2 on top of whatever your gear tier is. So it was a super easy way to farm tier 5s. I'm really going to enjoy that when Solstice comes back around and I get that Solstice armor again, because I really, really, really love that set.
Mm-hmm.
But on top of that, I think the weapons are interesting. I haven't gotten a lot of time to use the grenade launcher yet. And since I didn't really play last year, I didn't use the linear very much, the 3-burst linear. Mistrial lift. I really like Mistrial lift. I really, really like that bad boy. That one's been fun. There was one other, the sidearm was the other one this year. The sidearm was the other big one. Have not extensively used the sidearm. I did get a really, really good roll on it though that I plan on using. Thimblewinter switch. I don't know if it's like an amazing roll, but I got a roll that's going to be really fun with rapid hit and volt shot on it. Pretty excited about that one. I can also throw Rolling Storm on it. I can throw Rangefinder. So, gonna be interested to play with that. I like the Dawning Gift trait that's on these also. Dawning Surprise. Defeating targets will award a Dawning Gift at a faster rate. Defeat powerful targets count as more than one. A Dawning Gift, what it is grants 10% grenade, melee, and class ability energy, restores 22 HP, and starts health regen. So, pretty excited about that. I want to at least play around with it. Better than some of the junk that we've been thrown in the past, for sure, on some of these events. And I did manage to get a shiny with that, a tier 5 shiny with those exact perks. So real excited for that.
Nice.
And like I said, I need to play a little bit more of the grenade launcher. The bit that I did play with it, I wasn't, and I don't mean this in a negative way, I wasn't super impressed. Which probably not the best thing to feel going into this, but I was not super impressed with Permafrost, and that's probably because I just didn't get to use it a ton. But you get some fun rolls on that. The one that I am interested in trying out is definitely going to be attrition orbs and either Crystalline Corpse Bloom or One for All. I am excited for those. So I have both of those on there. It could be worse. Whatever. We will see how it goes, but I already have a stasis. It's not a wave frame, but it's a stasis area of denial. It's the Lost Signal one from Echoes. Still really like that. If I'm going to run a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I thought solid event. This is kind of what I expect. It being 3 weeks took all the pressure off from me going out of town. It was great. I was able to go out of town for 5 days, and I still more than got this done.
Nice.
I didn't finish the full pass, but I got to like level 27, I think. So I almost finished it. It was 30 level mini pass. I almost finished it. I still think you should get a tiny bit more progress. Like, I think the progress from doing normal portal activities is fine, but I think you should get, and I think you do get increased progress, but I think you should get more progress for the dailies that you're doing, the weeklies you're doing, and the if you're actually playing like activities associated with this. I think you should get it. And I also think like maybe, baking like your first 10 cookies or something of the week gets you like a little tiny XP boon towards it. Like, oh, there's a free level for you or something, oh, Christmas Grandma will give you like a rank or two on the pass. So, thought that the things they gave you in the little mini pass were pretty nice. And just overall, nice vibe this year. Nice vibe for the Dawning. Enjoyed it. I don't know if this is necessarily the model I want going forward, but it certainly would not be something I'm opposed to. Not every event should feel the same. but they should all feel good, and this felt good. It felt like there was actually some care and some time put into this.
Mm-hmm.
So the ingredients were also more than abundant. I think I finished the event with like 500 something ingredients in multiple slots that I couldn't use just because I didn't have enough essence. I was just going and doing all my bounties at all my challenges at Altars of Sorrow as much as I could, and just drowning in all the things I could get there. Any last thoughts on the Dawning? I know that's not a whole lot of thoughts, but Dawning was a couple weeks ago, and I feel like we're all just like moving on from it really quickly this year.
Yeah, I mean, I played it for a little bit, not enough to like say much about it. I just like, I'm not gonna lie to you, over the break, I just didn't play very many video games at all. I was more like, I don't know, trying to spend more time with my family because I don't spend enough time with them at all. So
I get that.
My kids have been really into like playing with their toys and like trying to just draw with my daughter and do other things. So
yeah,
I don't know, man. Plus, like, I mean, I know you know this for sure, but like spending all that time online in like people who play video games ruin video games for other people. It's just kind of like all this negativity and all this crying.
Yeah, to put it mildly.
Bitching and moaning. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I can't do this right now. So
yeah, I definitely feel that. And I took a pretty nice break from playing video games over the holiday myself. I played a little bit of Hades. I played a little bit of Echoes of Wisdom. I finally picked that up, but I'm excited now that January's here to really dive in on Metroid Prime 4 and on a few other games. But I did play a fair amount of Destiny. When I was playing games, I was actually playing Destiny. I was having a good time with it. And that leads me to the next thing we got to talk about, because we haven't done this. I've promised it for weeks now, if not for like over a month. I got to talk about this dungeon. I got to talk about Equilibrium. So this is going to be kind of an impromptu review / discussion on Equilibrium. They fucking nailed this. I think we all knew they were going to, but man alive, did they nail this. I am so stoked. This is so cool. I'm so happy that like none of this dungeon leaked.
Yeah.
At least if it did, I clearly don't run in those circles anymore, and I'm very happy that I did not see anything on this beforehand. I think maybe I was just like really disconnected and disassociated.
Yeah.
But Equilibrium is a blast. This is an absolute blast of a dungeon. I think it's really cool how you start out and you're near these temples of sorts. Like there's this architecture and there's a ship on the landing pad. It feels very reminiscent of the Yavin 4 base from Star Wars, which I think is the whole point. But you have to get on those badass speeder bikes that have the guns on them and fly through. You know, you do the mechanic for the first time, and you gotta get the Shadow Apprentice and everything. And as you're beating these guys down, the berserkers or whatever you want to call them that are running around, as soon as you kill them, they drop walkers on you, and you got to burn these things because walkers fucking hurt, man.
Yeah.
But you got to kill like 8 of these things. You got to kill like 8 pairs, and then you're done. And that's the first encounter. And it's a cool encounter, don't get me wrong. But then this is one of my favorite things about this. You board the ship that's there, and it flies you to space. There's actually a cutscene that flies you to space to board one of the ships, to board one of the dredging ships. So you get on there, you know, you're running through it, you're fighting your way through. You can actually shoot the windows out, and it'll like pull you and your teammates out into open space and kill you. I thought that was a really neat thing. Like, you have to jump from ship to ship more than a couple of times. It's just a really, really cool traversal section. I really enjoy this. I like the take-in puzzles that are in there. I need to go finish them up, but you get to that second encounter, and I want to tell you, nothing could have prepared me for this second boss. It's this big-ass Cabal warrior who has double lightsabers.
What?
He has double lightsabers. Nothing could have prepared me for this. I thought this was awesome. This was so cool. And like, he's using the same shadow ability that you are too, which is I think a unique and fun twist. But you do the damage, you get him to drop into 2 holes, takes his shield away. You can prolong the DPS by getting him to go over and slash the electrical conduits. That's all cool. And then, of course, when you get him down to his final stand, he rages and starts running away and, is jumping to another part of the ship. So you got to chase him. Kind of like the Hulk in Avengers 1. It's very, reminiscent of that for me. Mm-hmm. And then you nuke him and it's over. And then tell me where you've heard this before. You're in light speed. Like the back of the ship opens up. You're in light speed. And you come out and there's an airship next to you. And that's the actual Trojan ship. That is extremely Star Wars when you get into that ship. It feels very much like a Star Destroyer inside and everything. Cool. You battle your way through. There's a lot of traversal there. The actual fight against Trojan is so interesting because it's clear that at one point this was a human. Mm-hmm. And really one of the only times we've ever actually fought, if not the only time I can remember that we've actually fought a humanoid. And that's very cool. But this fight, as cool as it is so infuriating at times. It's so infuriating because if he starts doing tickle fingers on you, you got to blow his hands off right away or you're going to die. What's more is if you hit all 5 of the, you kill all 5 of the shadows in the Ascendant plane, and then you come back and you beat the 5 Cabal guys, and you shoot all the orbs before DPS, you pretty much have to one phase him. Otherwise, he's going to throw up all these electrical barriers around you, which will kill you. And you have to run around with the shadow power to disable them. I think that's a really cool mechanic. It's also really, really annoying and kind of unforgiving, honestly. But you have to play risk and reward, and of course, you don't have res tokens or anything. So who cares, right?
Right.
Who cares? If I had res tokens, I'd be a little bit more cautious. I can definitely see how people on contest were just what the fuck.
Right.
Just absolutely losing their minds over this. But yeah. Overall, I think really good encounter design. Actually, really, really shocked at how much I like the encounter design. Traversal, I know they're going to do decent traversal sections, but the traversal actually felt meaningful in this dungeon, which is the biggest thing. It didn't feel yes, it's long, but it didn't feel like a slog. I like the traversal here and in Vespers. I don't like it in Sunder Doctrine. I don't like it. I'm so over pyramids and things like that. And it felt that one felt long traversally for the sake of being long. When you have awesome set pieces like space and these ship corridors and stuff, then it makes sense to have the traversal be there.
Right.
But even then, I mean, we're getting runs done in 30 minutes. So it's totally doable. I think it's a blast. It's one of my favorite dungeons. I don't know if it's quite better than Vespers, but it's up there. It's in my top 5 dungeons for sure. I'll stick a rating on this in a minute, but I want to talk a little bit about the loot that you can get in there also, because the loot, that's what we're all here for, right? We're ultimately here for the loot. The big prize is the Darksaber crystal.
Ooh,
the black crystal. This is where you get it from, guys. This is what everyone wants. I have done too many runs of this to not get it. I have been running this 3 times a week since it came out, and I have no black crystal. I have no exotic, and it is you know what? It's okay, because for a long time there, I was getting this shit right away. But heirloom is the exotic here. It is the exotic crossbow.
Ooh.
Solar, with the exotic perks being bolt thrower. Weapons fires high-powered explosive bolts, strong against unstoppable champions. And then big game hunter, aim down sights for a period of time to overcharge the next bolt fired. Increases damage and area of effect for each charge level.
Ooh.
So I think that's really, really cool. And I believe it's a heat vent weapon also. So, you don't have to like run and retrieve everything. It's basically Chewie's bowcaster is essentially what this thing is. So I think that's really cool. I can't wait to get this and use it. I don't care about how good it is, but I can't wait to get it and use it. This just looks like something that's entirely up my alley. The armor is also really good. Imagine that we're gonna get armor that builds into the lightsaber. They're fucking cool, dude. They're basically Jedi robes. It's cool. It's like Jedi robes meets like the temple guards from the old EU. It's so cool. But the Sage Protector set. So for 2 pieces, you get combat meditation, which means sword hits return grenade and class energy. Bonus energy is granted if blade focus is active. And 4 pieces is blade focus. Briefly guard with the sword to ready blade focus. While blade focus is readied, hitting a target with your sword increases sword damage and lunge distance for a moderate duration. Yeah, anyone who is fully built into the sword this season because of the artifact, have at it. Have at it. This is just going to increase the amount of anime bullshit you can do. There's so much anime bullshit going on. Like, dude, I don't know if you've seen it, but one of the sword perks, like whenever you start swinging your sword, it generates like basically area effect swords swirling around you, and it looks like you're in fucking Demon Slayer. It's so cool.
Nice.
It's so cool. I don't care what anybody has to say. It's fucking awesome.
Nice.
I'm here for it. I'm here for anything weird like that. I love it. Lean into the wackiness. Like what else are we doing at this point? You might as well.
Right.
So, if you're not going to have fun with it, why are we still making the game?
I mean, look, you got to make it fun to get people back in, right? Or new people in. So,
overall,
might as well.
Really, really awesome set of armor on all 3 classes. The whole set. I don't know. It's the first set I think I could say from a dungeon I have on all 3 classes, just because I'm getting it all to drop while I'm trying to get my stupid black crystal, which has a chance to drop from any complete run, I believe. I don't think it has to be your first of the week. It just has to be a complete run. You have to do all 3 encounters to get it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it looks fucking cool, too. It looks really fucking cool. So, shouts to everyone who has that. I am not among you. I think the normal weapons are pretty cool, too, though. There are 6 total weapons that you can get out of this, and they're all pretty good. At least the ones that I've used have been. I really enjoy the Bitter End LMG. It's an arc LMG. It's got the heat sink. This thing's nasty. This thing's really fucking nasty. I love it.
Nice.
I love it. I've been using this occasionally. I don't think it's replacing anything in my lineup just yet, but this thing is really, really cool. Specifically enjoying the AR. I've been using Zealous Ideal a pretty fair amount. I'm enjoying that. I need to play with the Pulse. I need to check this thing out just a little bit more. Have not had a chance to play with it. That's the one that has dropped by far the least for me. But very, 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 very excited. I don't know if you guys know this. I like pulse rifles.
You'll get it, Josh. I believe in you.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, just yeah. Have not seen enough of it. And there was one other one. Where is
I'm looking at the Destiny Twitter account put the crossbow on, and I'm just kind of looking at it. Looks cool.
I played with the scout rifle a little bit. Voltaic Shade. Don't know if I love it just yet. I'm a big scout guy, and I don't know if I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
definitely one I need to do a little bit more testing on. Surprisingly, I've used the LMG and the AR the most, and both of those are a lot of fun. So, but High Tyrant, I will be playing around more with this next week, or next couple weeks before we do our next show, just so I can get a more accurate feeling for it. All right, so how do I rank this?
Where would you rank this dungeon, Josh? That's the real question.
I know. I'm trying to think about.
What's it better than?
It's better than a lot of them. So I want to preface this by saying I just ran every single dungeon in the game in release order last weekend. I did a dungeon gauntlet with Dealer and our friend Oak, and that was a blast. I think we did I think we did every dungeon in under 3 hours.
Nice.
3 hours. 3 hours and some change, something like that. I think it took us like 3.5 hours to run every single dungeon back to back. So starting with a 15 minute Shattered Throne. And that was with us wiping once.
Well, you know.
Pit of Heresy was really, we had a really fast Pit of Heresy also. All right, so last place. I'm gonna rank all the dungeons real fast. Last place, it's Shattered Throne. It's not even a question. Or not Shattered Throne. Excuse me, Pit of Heresy. It's Pit of Heresy. Next, man. After doing all these, I gotta say, I think Shattered Throne has to be the next one up. I think it goes Shattered Throne. I think I would probably go Grasp of Avarice. I'd probably go Spire of the Watcher. I'd go Duality. I would probably go. Man, here's the thing. I really like Sunder Doctrine, but I don't like the traversal in it. That's where it starts getting hard for me, I think. I'd probably put Ghost down there just out of annoyance. I don't think Ghost is even bad, just like pure annoyance. Like, you want to talk about god-awful traversal. Jesus Christ. that I fucking hate that dungeon, dude. Like, I'm not going to put it low because I just, like, don't like running it. Like, I actually think it's, like, very, very well made. It's very creative. And that's what these should be. That's what these should be. These should be set pieces and showcases for where the game was at that point in time, I think. Probably go Warlords or Sunder next. Warlords. I think in some order, my top 4 is Prophecy, Vespers, Equilibrium. I'm just going to do a top 3. That's going to be my top. That's my top 3 in some order. In some order is those 3. Probably Prophecy at number 3. I'd probably still put Vespers at number 1. And I think I'd have Equilibrium at number 2. Just like gut feeling. I've done enough full runs of Equilibrium that I can pretty safely say it's really high up there. I think the loot is rewarding. I think that it's a very intriguing villain that we're facing off against, I think that's the other thing that I'm weighing it against is like the creativity here. And I like the mechanic. I think the mechanic is a little wonky at times, but I like the mechanic. I generally like the I think there's a lot of puzzles or anything, but I like the layout of the dungeon. Like I said, I like the loot, I like the mechanics. I like the enemy that you fight. I think fighting a Dredgen is really fucking cool. It's really fucking cool, guys. I like it. And it makes me really sad that we're not going to get another dungeon until this time next year.
Yeah.
If we're lucky.
Right, because it's one dungeon and one raid
dungeon,
a year, right?
One raid. Yep. But Dredgen Sair, man. It's so cool. Like the text that'll pop up on screen when it's time to like do things like let us begin, face your death, have you had enough, present your choice. Like I think that's really cool. Like that's just cool storytelling to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's really telling that like Sair is, and this is part of why it's so high up there for me. It's such a unique villain. It's similar to why like Vow of the Disciple is such a good raid, but I have it so high partially because Rogue is unlike anything we've ever fought.
Right. Now,
granted, we have fought creatures that are similar to Rogue now, not that are walking around kicking us, but we fought the Dread now, and the Dread clearly were modeled because Bungie went, oh hey, they fucking love Rogue. Like let's just make a whole race like that. Like let's make a whole race inspired by him and Nezzy.
Right.
That's basically what you got. So I think for that reason, that's part of the reason I've got this so high. Just like Vespers, I mean, I love the traversal in Vespers. I like the maze you have to do partway through. I think that's a unique twist on the traversal aspect of it all. I really like the secret chest room in Vespers. I like my fight in Vespers. God, I just fucking Vespers is like Destiny at its absolute finest, in my opinion.
Yeah, Vesper's host looks it like everything I've played of it and seen of
The
it looks
last,
amazing.
I mean, like, dude, they like when I'm saying that your least best activity is like Pit of Heresy and Shattered Throne, which Shattered Throne, when it came out, like changed our minds of what Destiny could be.
Yeah.
It completely blew our minds. It changed what Destiny could be. We got that right around the time of Last Wish. I think we got Last Wish first, and then we got Shattered Throne. I don't remember what order it was. I think it was that order. And just it blew our minds. It blew our minds.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh my God, because remember the outcry when it got taken out. It was like, wait, what the fuck? Like, and it's always going to bother me that we never got updated loot for it. I really think that was a golden opportunity to put like the Taken armor set in there and have us go do it or something. Or like put Taken variants, the weapons like you got for Season of the Deep. I think putting the Season of the Deep weapons in there actually would be like kind of cool. Like go get the Taken variants. But just like doing these again, it also was like just a stark reminder of how far we've come in this game's design, because Shattered Throne and Pit of Heresy are they're fine. They're fine for me. I love Shattered Throne. I still love Shattered Throne, and I think Pit of Heresy is easily the weakest of all of them. But the jump from Pit of Heresy to Prophecy is like night and day. It's like, holy shit. Prophecy dropped right as we were starting this show. Prophecy was part of the reason we started this show. With Arrivals, it was 3 months into us being locked down. And that just like blew my mind. It was like, oh my God. Like, as soon as it was live, Johnny and I were in there that night. We were in there that night running it.
Yeah.
And it was so fucking cool. I'll never forget being in the cube room for the first time in Prophecy and just like bullshitting our way through it and figuring it out on the first try. That was so cool. We didn't even know we were fucking doing it. We just did it. So experiences like that are why I keep, like, despite all my criticism, that's why I keep coming back. And dungeons and raids, even if I only get one every 6 months, are such a huge reminder of why I fell in love with this game. Because I came because it was a Bungie game. I stayed because of raids and dungeons and exotic missions that are special. And man, I feel like we kind of recaptured a little bit of that magic here. Like I love the Desert Perpetual raid. I need to run it some more, but I really, really, really loved my runs that I did of it. I love the Edge of Fate story, but Renegades really tapped into something else for me. Like, I know my review of the campaign wasn't great. I think everything like outside of the story, like everything outside the story is great. I like the orders system. I like the faction system. I like all of that. Like, I have not no-lifed it. I have not, and I know it's been out for like a month now, so you can easily do it without no-lifing it. I have not gotten tier 5 in any of the syndicates yet, but I'm really enjoying it. I like that some of the crystals are tied to, you got to get an exotic bounty to drop. You've got to get a exotic order to drop to go do in the Barrent Imperium stuff. Like, that's all cool. Like the invasions, the red crystal being tied to invading is so cool to me.
Yeah.
And so you can be a terrible fucking invader and still get the crystal. So I think things like that are really cool. Like, you can't just walk up and buy every crystal. There's bragging rights. You know, we just said there's one tied to the dungeon. There's an intrinsic for the Praxic Blade tied to it. That exotic mission is awesome. Like, I feel like they nailed so much of just a great intersection of its own homage to Star Wars, even if it's a little too on the nose with some of the stuff. And I've laid out those complaints, and I'm not going to sit here and retread water. You guys don't need me. Whatever. If you're playing this game still, it's because you enjoy it. And I'm quite enjoying my time. If I just turn my brain off and remember, please don't think of this as a Star Wars game. This is Destiny with a little bit of Star Wars pizzazz. That's when I find myself having a lot of fun. And like I said, and I like, listen, the orders with the syndicate orders, those are not going to hold my attention. That's fine. And that's part of why I haven't really engaged with them a ton, is so that way, I still, like, I can remind myself, I still have things to go do in Destiny, and I can, like, come back and play, like, every couple of weeks or something if I'm not dungeoning or raiding. Like, having something to chase, like that Black Crystal, is getting me to log in every week right now.
Mm-hmm.
Them not just handing that out is great. I'm actually low-key, I'm a little glad I didn't get it right away. Now that I've done this for like 4 or 5 weeks, I'm like, yeah, give me the goddamn crystal. But other than that, like, I'm actually having maybe my most consistently fun time in shit since Ride of the Nine in like the last 7 months or so. Like, I loved Edge of Fate, but I didn't love the post campaign.
Yeah.
I didn't love the post Desert Perpetual. It was just a really big bummer for like the next 3 or 4 months, and that's why I didn't play that much. It was the least Destiny I had played since 2018, early 2018. It was the least I played since between Vanilla D2 and Warmind.
Mm-hmm.
And that's saying something, because I played nothing during that time. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, Destiny's back, like, because I don't believe that for a single second.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Shadow and Order, I believe that's the name of the second major update, is supposed to be coming sometime in March. If it's anything like Ash and Iron, it's going to be a huge letdown. Maybe we'll get an exotic mission. This is where we're supposedly going to get the next iteration of whatever Pantheon is supposed to be now.
Yeah.
And I actually have no idea if that's going to happen. I would not be shocked if that got quietly canceled behind the scenes. Marathon
be
will
a shame.
it would be a huge fucking shame. I think the majority of people still playing this game would all agree that Pantheon and Into the Light, against all odds, was one of the best times to ever play this game.
Mm-hmm.
The lead up to, as much as I had problems with how Wish played out, when Into the Light came out, the lead up to Into the Light, when they were doing all the reveals and stuff, and I was like slowly getting more and more excited. And then when it came out and we figured out what Pantheon was just one of the coolest times, I think, to be a member of the community in the lead up to Final Shape. And I think that's why, like, Final Shape just feels like it was the end. Mm-hmm. It feels like it was the end in a lot of ways. And I do not begrudge anybody for saying Final Shape is my jumping off point, because if you played anything in the lead up to that, you'll never get that build up and that payoff again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember the last time, like, I don't even, if ever, I felt like that after playing. Because like, what was the last game you played for 10 years and then got an ending, you know? Like,
I mean, there aren't games that it doesn't happen.
most games you play for 10 years just keep going, and they just make, they don't end like Destiny did, like, yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, there are very few games that have actually gotten to, one, exist for 10 years with continuous updates, but two, have that kind of payoff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like World of Warcraft. You have to look at an MMO to find that.
Yeah.
And I think, like, World of Warcraft is one of the only games in that, like, echelon.
Mm-hmm. So
I say all that to say that I feel like my relationship with Destiny is probably going to change a lot this year. I have definitely shifted more towards and part of this is due to I'm back in the fucking office 5 days a week, guys.
Yeah.
I'm not working from home anymore. I can't be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, like, I'm not freelancing, or I'm not a contract worker. I can do my work whenever I want to. It's, I'm at work during all of this.
Mm-hmm.
And when I get home after, starting my day at 6:30 and, getting home after 6, kind of tired. I still got to make dinner and everything else. Like, I usually don't have the energy to game at all.
Yeah.
A lot of my gaming is done on weekends now. Now, that's not to say that I'm not getting on and doing, like, my dungeon runs and stuff, but, like, work's picking back up after the holidays now. Like, I don't have it in me as much. And I have other hobbies I want to get to. And it feels like I still will continue to engage with this game, and I'll continue to do the show and everything, but them not doing nearly as many updates for the game as they used to is also really affecting how much time I want to spend in here. If they were still updating it like they were with normal seasons, how seasons were up until that 9 months, not 9 month, that's an exaggeration, but that 6 or 7 month Wish season, if we were still getting seasons how they were before that, I know I had a lot to complain about, and I still think we drastically needed an overhaul of seasons, which we never got to see. I would probably be logging in at least 1 or 2 nights a week to play.
Yeah.
Now, I'm doing it right now because I have something to chase. Before I was logging in because, it's the story. I want to try and get some red borders this week. I want to be able to craft these weapons. I'm going to go do the activity with my friends. And now it's just like, I'll play it when I feel like it. I'll play it like if some of my friends are on, or like they're like, hey man, come do this dungeon or come do this raid with us. Like, yeah, sure, I'll hop on and play. But other than that, it's going to be, I want to play the major updates as they come out. I want to play with the new toys as they come out. And then, maybe it's okay to put it down for a little bit. Like, they're really going to be pushing Marathon. Our Marathon's coming out in less than 2 months.
Yeah.
No idea how that's going to go. It's pretty clear they're dropping that right about the time of Shadow and Order, so I'm not like really expecting a lot from that right now.
Right.
I'm hoping that by this time next month, when we're about a month out, we're starting to get a little bit of details about it. But I hope that a message was sent with how universally bad the reception was for Ash and Iron, that these major title updates that you're giving us have to actually have some substance. It can't just be an activity and an exotic mission. It's got to be more. It's got to be at least a little bit more.
Right.
I don't know what that looks like. I'm not a game dev. I'm armchair quarterbacking this thing.
Yeah.
But there has to be more substance to a game like this that's been going on for forever. And I think the Portal has really highlighted what makes a good activity versus what makes a bad activity. There are things that we're willing to go grind out and do again. And there's other things, the expeditions from Plunder, for example, where we go, oh my God, this is just one of the worst things they've ever made. How did we ever think that this was semi-acceptable for a seasonal activity? It's just, it's bad. It's bad. So, all right. Corey, do you have any Destiny thoughts right now? Anything that you've got in relation to the game or anything like that before we kind of shift into the TWAB? And we got a little bit of TWAB to talk about this week.
I mean, I'm kind of with you, right? Of like, I mean, my relationship with Destiny has changed quite a bit over the last 6 months anyway, because of just life and work stuff and all these other things. But, I still love playing it. Like, I still love the act of playing Destiny and like always curious on what's happening in the story and what's new and stuff. But, I mean, I work, just 8 to 12 hours a day, depending. My kids can't take care of themselves. So, that happens. And I don't know. I just don't have the time like I used to. But, I hope they find the trajectory upward, because like, the Final Shape was amazing. And even the story in Edge of Fate was great. And like the Renegades, people seem to have enjoyed that story. So like, at least on the storytelling front, they seem to be on an upward trajectory. Like, in terms of meaningful stuff, like we said, probably deserve to be expanded more than a couple missions. But I don't know. I plan on playing Destiny more this year than I did last year. But again, it's finding the time and hoping that they find their way out of, a hole, plus Marathon, like that's probably going to take at least some of our time when it comes out, because we're going to be interested just because it's a Bungie game and there's been so much surrounding that game that it's like, oh, well, I got to see if they pulled it off or not.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how the public beta for that game is going to go. They've very clearly said they're going to do a public beta ahead of time. I would imagine that'll be sometime in February, probably around the time that we get the actual launch date and not just March.
Yeah,
and probably put the game up for pre-order at that point, any collector's editions, things like that. I look forward to trying Marathon out. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I still have yet to play Arc Raiders. Have heard nothing but great things from just about everybody who's played it, though. So if Marathon can capture even a fraction of that magic, then I think you're going to be in for a real treat.
Mm-hmm.
As A1 Johnny has always said, if anyone can pull off an extraction shooter, it's going to be Bungie.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone can take a genre we don't really care about and make a good game, it's going to be them. So I remain interested to see what Bungie is going to do this year, but man, I know they're going to nail it from a story perspective, but I don't want to sink into this routine of, okay, well, we got 2 expansions this year. Like the summer one is always going to be the one that's really heavy on the story because it's got the raid and this and that. And then the winter expansion is just, this is like a fun side story.
Right.
Like, okay, let's not do this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not do this. So, we do have questions tonight.
Questions?
After we do the TWAB.
TWAB.
I thought about that as I was saying it. Arms Week is back. Tell me where you've heard this one before. Arms Week, Volume 3. And this time it's all about bows. It's all about bows here. Whether you're trying out some of the legacy bows purchasable from Ada, or trying out one of the 2 new event weapons available to you, this Arms Week is one to remember. In the Crucible, there will be 2 playlists available, Medieval Warfare and Rumble Hardware. Medieval Hardware, I'm so excited for this, Corey. Medieval Hardware is a 6v6 PvP match where only bows, glaives, and swords are permitted.
Jeez.
That sounds fucking fun. I don't care.
That's
this
amazing.
Is the kind of shit that I want. I will play this week. I will play that week just to play that mode.
Yeah.
It's either going to be the funnest thing ever, or it's going to be something that's completely infuriating, and I'm going to hope and pray I never see the light of day ever again. Both Rumble Hardware and Medieval Hardware will also include the following modifiers. Volatile weapon mods are enabled. No abilities or supers will be allowed. Weapons only. I personally think Dawnblade and Tether should be allowed. That's a bow and a sword. I'm just saying.
Then hammers should be allowed.
Nope.
Throwing hammers.
It's not a bow, glaive, or a sword.
It's a hammer.
I don't care. Do you see hammers on here anywhere?
No, but how do you make swords?
Do you see axes anywhere on here?
With a hammer.
No.
You make swords with a hammer.
Nope.
I went to those stupid, Amish field trips or blacksmith, whatever they were calling them.
It's called the Renaissance Fair.
Whatever.
Cultured swine.
Whatever. Dude, I spend too much time in front of electronics. I don't have time to be,
right.
melting earwax to burn so I can see in my house.
Melting earwax?
This
isn't fucking Shrek. The 2 new weapons being added to Arms Week: King Orfeo, a precision frame arc combat bow, and the Heron, an aggressive frame void glaive. Guys, you already know what weapon I'm excited for. It's all about the Heron. Always excited for another glaive. Always excited for another good glaive. I have like 3 really good void glaives, though, I feel. And refamiliarize yourself with returning bows, including Rakatooneer, Whistler's Whim, Lunetta 4B, Anamnesis, Hush, Lethophobia, Tripwire Cannery, and Under Your Skin. Very excited for Hush to be here with random rolls. Very, very, very excited for Hush. And the Volatile Bow mods. Shatter shafts. Arrows and bolts split into several projectiles after a short distance. That's cool. Tungsten bowstring deals increased damage at the cost of draw time and handling. Releases an elemental explosion matching this weapon when fully drawn. Kinetic weapons release a burst matching your equipped super. And jump shot. Drawing this weapon while in midair triggers increased damage, faster draw time, improved target acquisition, and dramatically faster movement speed for a short time or until you touch the ground. This effect is activated once per jump and becomes available again after a moment on the ground. This sounds fucking fun. This sounds really fun.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
I can't wait. And naturally, I probably won't get to play anything that week because that weekend is Chelsea's birthday. I just realized that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
tell her she can take a nap for her birthday. It'll be fine.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm going to tell her that Corey said that and she's going to come beat your ass.
Mm.
New player guide. We don't care about that. Um, yeah, I think that actually might be it. Game to Give is going on right now. For the Bungie Foundation, that is going on for another couple of weeks through January 29th. There are 90s anime inspired incentives to earn, including emblems, a ship, shader, sparrow, and ghost shell. I do have to say, I think this ship looks awesome. This is a very cool ship. I like this.
Yeah, it looks cool.
I do need to look at what that emblem is wild. The Take Care emblem, that thing is wild. I love that. I need to see what the shader looks like. But yeah, I really need to really need to do that. So excited about that. There are a few people that we know in our community who are doing Game to Give. As always, Ronnie, I think, already posted his link in general, and I will post Oaks in there as well when I get a chance. Donate to either one of these guys. Both of them do Game to Give every year. I need to actually give to Game to Give this year. I have money this time.
Ooh.
So yeah, I'm actually very excited. It's one of those things, like, I always want to be able to donate to the Bungie Foundation stuff, and I'm usually not able to. So this year, however, I'm able to. So very excited. And I think the cosmetics just rock also on top of all that. I know that's not the whole point of this, but you guys know you got to just say, hey, Josh, there's anime cosmetics.
Josh's anime cosmetics.
Josh's anime cosmetics. A very quick way to get me to pull up, I think, for just about anything.
Anime where?
Yeah, right. Where?
Ah.
So excited about that. Excited. All right. What else do we have? We have questions.
Questions?
We actually have a decent amount of questions because we got some last week right after. I kid you not. Not even 24 hours after we recorded Xbox Casuals, like 12 hours after, we got a slew of questions. Returning to ask questions for the first time in a long time, Hail Hydra comes back with just a slew of questions we have to go through here. Destiny question, and I think this is a really good question. We usually get this once every handful of months, or people will post about it in Discord, but I'm excited to talk about this one. How do I get back into Destiny when my clan is mostly left? I love my clan, but I don't know who to game with. And without the social aspect, the game loses some of its draw. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. You can stay in your clan, and because you don't want to leave it, and you can play with other people. That's most of the people that I play with are in different clans at this point. If not every person I play with is in different clan than I am. I've played with Johnny and Joe for years. They're in a clan together. Dealer and Oak are in a clan together, along with, some of our other friends. And then, you've got, Ronnie and Saint and all them are over in that. A lot of our server members are over there. So, like, there's plenty of communities to play with. You don't have to just stick with and be like, oh, I can only play with my clan. Like, I mean, dude, I totally get not wanting to leave your clan. I was like that forever. The very first clan that I was ever in was only like 8 of us, but we were all IRL friends. And slowly all of them stopped playing until finally I left. I was really the only one still consistently playing.
Yeah.
And it was like, I didn't want to, but at the same time, like, I also kind of wanted those clan benefits. So I totally get it. And I do agree that, like, it loses something when you don't have people to play with. I think this is an extremely social game. It is not, you can play it solo, but you're not going to have fun.
Yeah, I mean, playing Destiny solo is very different, obviously, than playing with people.
There are things you can go do solo. Like, I actually play a lot of Crucible solo. When I play solo, I'm usually playing Crucible.
Sure, but like, what did we just talk about for the first, or I guess the second 40 minutes of the show? Is like the best parts are like the raids in the dungeons and those things that you do with other people and get those rewards, right? And then like, yeah, hopping in to do strikes and do things like that solo is fine, but like the best parts of the game are like figuring things out with your friends in these massive end game things, and no, I get it, but yeah, you don't have to leave your clan. Just find, either our Discord or something, or other Discords or other communities online, and find, there are a lot of people out there that are more friendly than the internet wants you to think the internet is, right? Like there's a lot of communities out there that are welcoming, and as long as you know how to maybe shoot the enemy, right? Like learning things is everybody learns at one point or another. So
everybody learns at one point or another. And like, I think as long as you're like, if you're looking for a group to play with, as long as you're like clear about like your skill level and like, what you want to do in game, you're going to find plenty of groups that'll be like, I would say more groups than not will just be like, yeah, we don't care what skill level you are, come play with us. Like, it's the only way you're ever going to get better. It's the only way you're going to be able to do higher level stuff. Like, I used to think I was a somewhat decent player, and then I started playing, with Oak and Dealer and a lot of the people that we play with now, with Kristen and Oomphy and Gumi and Quans and Pika and like people like that and Cal, and like I was like, oh shit, I'm clearly like the worst person in this group. I am like so far and away, like I am like, I'm the bag carrier. Okay, like I'm carrying the backpacks so that they can go do all the shit. Okay, like I'm here for a good time. I am like in a little papoose with my fruit snacks and my juice box. Okay, like,
hey, don't hate on fruit snacks and juice boxes, man.
It was like such a radical change from how I have always played this game, where like, oh, I'm going in and doing something for the first time. Oh, I'm trying to be the one who figures out, mechanics, and like, once I figure it out, like trying to teach people how to do it and this and that. And it was like, oh my God, like this is such a different thing. And I'm not saying like that, oh, that's like preferable or anything. I still love going into things blind and figuring them out, but it's always so funny to play with people who are so clearly above your skill level, but like who play the game regularly and who like want you to come play. I think that's the most important thing, is like not only to find a group that you want to play with, but to like find people that want you to play with them.
Right.
I think that's one of the biggest things. Like I credit this game for a lot of things, but like really like a lot of my like really deep lifelong friendships like are because of this game. So that's gonna happen when you play something for 10 fucking years. You're gonna meet some cool people. You're gonna meet some assholes along the way. I've met plenty of assholes, but I've met way more good people than shitty people. So. Next question. Get back to that tab. Xbox question. If you had to predict this year's game of the year right now, what game would you put your money on?
Like 2026's game of the year?
2026 game of the year. I'm just gonna say it. Assuming it comes out this year, GTA 6.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the easy one. I mean, what would you pick other than that?
That's the extremely easy choice, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like we know so little about what's coming out this year. That would be, I think that's a layup. That's a layup to say GTA 6 is at least a finalist already.
Speaking of, isn't that game that was announced at the Game Awards is like the last thing, supposed to be out in like a week, and they haven't said anything about it?
Guard
or something.
Yeah, it's from the co-founder of Respawn. Man,
High Guard, right? That's what it's called.
Yeah, High Guard. That's the one.
Game looks something.
I was so excited until I saw it was multiplayer. And I was like, damn, I'm not excited anymore.
You know what that game looks like? It looks like, hey, remember Mortals of Avium? That game?
Oh my God.
What if we ripped all the story out and made it like Apex Legends, but somehow
worse
and infinitely more unappealing?
Infinitely more unappealing. Yeah, that's a great question. That's a great take. So yeah, I'm gonna say like GTA 6 is the easy like industry layup, I think, here.
Mm-hmm.
For me personally, I'm really thinking it's gonna be something along the lines of, I think Fire Emblem is gonna compete for it.
Yeah.
I think that Resident Evil Requiem is going to compete for it.
I mean, it's hard because a lot of games haven't been announced, and the things that we know, especially for Xbox, like we know the big four at least.
It's really going to depend on what we see next week, but I think there's one that's a shoe-in, and that's Horizon 6. I think Forza Horizon 6 is going to be up there, and like you can debate all day if you think a racing game deserves to be in that conversation. I think it does.
Sure, it does.
But the one that for me, the big swing one is does Wolverine make it out this year?
Mm-hmm.
If Wolverine makes it out this year, I think Wolverine's in that conversation. For what it's worth, I think Saros is going to be in the conversation too. Returnal was an incredible game. It just wasn't for me.
Yeah, I think for me also Gears E-Day is going to be in the conversation for me, as long as they can pull it off.
Back to Marcus and Dom, I feel like E-Day has that potential, especially if it's more single-player focused or more story focused than like, oh, we got to cram all the Horde and multiplayer into this also.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of a golden opportunity to just do that, especially like if you're going to have the Halo CE remake and you're going to have Call of Duty out this fall. Like, you don't need that many multiplayer games. So,
right.
The other two that I would offer up would be assuming, again, we're doing a lot of assumptions here because we just don't know what's coming yet.
Yeah.
I would say Persona 4 Remake. I think Persona 4 Remake is definitely going to be in that conversation. If it's to the same quality that Reload or Metaphor was, I think it'll be in that conversation.
Yep.
And last one, I mean, again, assuming that what we see next week looks good, I think you have to at least have it in the back of your head that, could Fable be in that conversation?
Yeah.
If they nail the script and they nail the gameplay, who knows? So there's plenty of good ones, but I think the very, very early favorites are going to be, just in order, GTA, Wolverine, and I'm going to say Forza Horizon 6.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put Fire Emblem. Fuck it, I'll put Fire Emblem. We got one for each platform and one multi-platform.
Yeah.
I have nothing to offer you for indies.
I mean,
there's going to be some indie that'll come out in like 7 months and blow my mind, and that'll be automatically at the top of my list.
Yeah, I mean, I can already tell you my 3 most anticipated games of the year are those 3, right? Like Fire Emblem, Gears, and Wolverine are like, those are my 3 most anticipated games of the year. And Fable, like, I want to see more Fable before I
can't wait, dude. Next week's basically going to be a Fable showcase. I'm so excited.
I really liked Fable 1.
Yep.
I think Fable 2 is one of the best RPGs
ever.
Of the era, right? Like,
one of the best Western RPGs of the era for sure.
Yeah. And Fable 3 was fine, but like Fable 2 is amazing. If they can and it doesn't even have to be like extremely choice based that way, but as long as they hit the humor and like some of the the quips and the inside jokes that they would do, or like the small jokes in it, like
the British humor.
Yeah, it can hit. It doesn't have to be a choice based game, which I know it's going to be like. If it's not, critics are going to like go crazy about it because, whoa, why can't I be bad and like whatever. But
I mean, and that is part of the appeal of Fable, though.
Sure, but I also think the humor is a big part of it, and I think if you can convince the audience that you leaned so far in the humor direction and you nail it, the choice stuff won't matter that much. Like the good guy, bad guy choice things. Like I think you should be able to make choices in it and that they matter. But I'm saying like the good bad thing. Just because like I don't know if you saw those things that like BioWare used to put out, or like Lionhead put out about like when you have the choice to be good or bad, it's like overwhelmingly the amount of people that play good. Like Mass Effect 1, I think they said 89% of the people that played Paragon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, that's, I mean, you know how much game that is that they missed because nobody, went that second route or whatever. Knights of the Old Republic also was like a big one. But yeah, I don't know. I think Fable has a lot of things that it could do right and do wrong at the same time, and there is a very fine line there to hit because it's a comedy essentially. and comedies are really hard to nail in games. So, especially one that big, I'm assuming. Fable's going to be relatively big.
Yeah. All right. Hydra has 3 more questions here. Let's keep it with gaming. Nintendo question. I just got a Switch. Who are your favorite Smash Brothers characters? Mine is Bowser Jr.
Oh gosh, my son loves Bowser Jr.
I love Bowser Jr., but I don't love him in Smash.
Mm-hmm.
Bowser Jr., though, seriously, one of my all-time favorite character designs for a Nintendo game, and that's saying something.
Yeah.
I think I would probably go... guys, you know where this is going. Joker. I love Joker.
Mm.
I love Meta Knight.
Mm.
I love Kirby. I play a lot of Kirby. Kirby is also like the easiest character to use. And then, of course, my girl Lucina.
Mm.
Lucina's
the best, man.
Lucina, the best Fire Emblem character. Straight up. The best Fire Emblem character in Smash Brothers.
I mean,
Roy, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Roy.
Nobody cares about Roy.
No, I fucking love Roy. But
speaking of,
I don't love Roy in Ultimate. I love Roy in Melee. And Melee, Roy's the GOAT.
Speaking of Fire Emblem, man, Path of Radiance on GameCube out on
Nintendo Switch Online.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Yeah, if they just add like another dozen games, I'll finally pay for it.
It's so good, man. But yeah, I mean, my favorite characters are... I actually really like Cloud.
Yeah, Cloud rocks.
I'm not even a Final Fantasy VII person, but like Cloud is good. I really like Lucina. I like Corrin, which is another Fire Emblem character.
Yeah. All the Fire Emblem characters are just so fun.
Byleth is pretty good if you can handle the whip juggling, right? Let me hit you with this one though, Josh. King DDD.
King DDD is fun if you can nail the hammer.
Yeah. He's the best. He's a penguin with a hammer. Come on, he's the best. You know?
He's a penguin with a hammer.
Yeah. So those are the characters I usually am.
All right. Question number 4. Magic the Gathering question. What set are you most excited for this year? Oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 2 answers. Universes Beyond, it's The Hobbit. I love Marvel, but The Hobbit is inherently much more magic than Marvel or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Star Trek, in my opinion.
Wait, there's a Ninja Turtles set?
They are doing the Ninja Turtles. The Ninja Turtles come out at the end of February.
What?
Yeah.
Nobody told me this?
No, it's going to be such dog shit.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Buying everyone.
This is complete slop, Corey. Don't
give it to me. Give it to me.
It's total slop.
It's fine.
In universe, it's funny because like now that we've seen a lot of the Lorwyn cards, I do like Lorwyn. I love the elementals in Lorwyn. Oh my god, that and the Shocklands are both really cool. I think there's a lot of really cool art. I don't know how much I love like the actual cards outside of like Moonshadow and Morning Song Aria. I would say right now I'm really looking forward to Strixhaven because I like the first Strixhaven set. Very excited. I'm excited to draft Strixhaven. I'll put it that way. But I think I'm most curious in Reality Fracture, which is coming out in October. That's the final Universes Within set this year. I'm very, very curious to see what that's going to be about. Is it going to be like another March of the Machine style set where like we're combining a bunch of different planes? Like this could be a really, really cool set. Could we put a renewed focus on planeswalkers? Like there could be some really cool things that we do here. So definitely excited about that. But I know it's not a set. I just got to say, I'm also really stoked for that Fallout Secret Lair coming out next week. On the 26th, there is a second Fallout Secret Lair dropping. There's 4 sets, and they're all based off the TV show that are dropping. There's a dog meat one. There's a dog meat pack. There's a radiation pack. There is a New Vegas pack, and then there is one of the characters from the actual show, which are 3 actually mechanically unique cards in Magic. So I think that's really cool. With the Silver Shroud costume being the bonus card you can get if you spend $150 on Secret Lair. So that's also really cool. It's going to go nicely with my Twisted Metal Soul Ring.
Oh, God.
These are all things I do not have money for, by the way, but I will like find a way to afford them.
You'll find a way.
I fucking love Fallout, guys. I don't know if you guys know this. I fucking love Fallout. Not just the show. I fucking love the games. Are incredible. I fucking love the games.
Josh, you talk a lot more about things that you collect and buy. But let me tell you, I didn't have money to buy 40 Power Rangers yet. There are 40 boxes of Power Rangers sitting over here on my table.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. You know what? When I charge that money to Wizards of the Coast in 2 weeks, I'm going to tell Chelsea you said it was okay.
I did. Tell her. Tell her to take a nap afterwards. Tell her to take a nap afterwards.
Jesus Christ. Fuck it, we ball. Final question from Hail Hydra tonight. I'm going to assume Corey has no take on Magic the Gathering other than yay Ninja Turtles.
I said Ninja Turtles. I'm excited.
Unbelievable. Sports question opinion on the nickname Drake May. I have never heard this. I do not follow the New England Patriots. I'm going to level with you. The only quarterback I'm following right now is Sam I hurt my oblique Darnold, who I'm terrified for right now because this is my best chance at getting a Super Bowl in this era, and we're probably not going to get it.
Well, at least you have a quarterback to follow, Josh.
Dude, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Jackson Smith and Jigba. What did he do to deserve this?
Well, you know, Josh, you could always have Shador Sanders and Deshaun Watson as your quarterbacks.
No. Jiggly Panda writes in and says, wanted to ask this last week, but you gave your game of the year. So I ask you this. Who was your studio of the year?
Ooh, studio of the year.
I've been thinking about this all afternoon, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. For me, it's Obsidian. Obsidian made one pretty good game in Avowed, made an awesome early access game in Grounded 2 in conjunction with Eidos Montreal. They released a update for Pillars of Eternity games that allow them to be turn-based now, which is really rad that after like a decade, those games are getting updates. And then they had one of my favorite games of the entire year with Outer Worlds 2, which is a much better, much more polished, better written version of the first game, which was already very well done.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's Obsidian. Nobody is doing, other than like Insomniac, I don't think any other major third-party studio, and I'm saying studio, not publisher, studio, is doing the amount of work that Obsidian is outside of Insomniac.
Yeah, I mean, Obsidian, I would have to say, is definitely up there. I think it's pretty impressive what Sandfall did for Expedition 33.
Yep.
I mean, I know
you can't go wrong with the Game of the Year studio.
Yeah. I mean, I do hate that they, not Sandfall specifically, but you know, the internet keeps saying that they're only a 30-person studio. Like, they obviously had a lot of help and a lot of talent that contributed and everything, right? But like the fact that game turned out as well as it did with a first-time studio on a budget of like, what was it, like $10 million? Like, that's insane. So I would probably say Sandfall and Obsidian, just because Obsidian just keeps pumping out quality after quality after quality. Yep. Even working within the fiasco that is Xbox Game Studios right now, like they seem to like really get it, you know? So yeah, Obsidian is definitely up there for sure. Also, I mean, not the
theory. When the worst game that you've made this generation is fucking Avowed, I think you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I think you're doing just fine.
Yeah. Oh boy, we made a game that's like a 7.5 or an 8, and it's our worst game of the generation. Oh no. Like,
oh no.
Look at the other shit they've put out since 2019.
Out of the like 6 we've put out, you know?
Right.
I mean, you think about all the stuff they've put out since South Park, essentially, like, it's been quality game after quality game after quality game, you know, and like you said, Avowed is their worst one in maybe like the last 12 to 15 years. Like, you know, what was their last like quote unquote bad to okay game? Alpha Protocol, you know, like, okay. So got to give it to Obsidian.
Gotta give it to Obsidian. We have one final question tonight from Fox. Do y'all think we finally go to old Chicago in Shadow and Order? No. Stop asking me this question. No. Stop asking me about Old Chicago. If you go to Old Chicago, it's going to be in an actual expansion at this point. I don't think they're
you
going to
see
do it
bits
for
and pieces of it flying around in the train sequences in Edge of Fate.
It's true, but again, like if we're going to go there, I think it's going to be in an actual expansion. It's not going to be in a little side seasonal story. Because man, I don't want to crush your hopes and dreams. But if they do to Old Chicago what they did to the Plague Lands in Ash and Iron, there might actually be like a march on Bungie. I don't want to get too dramatic here, but like Bungie HQ might burn.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say no for the safety of Bungie and their employees that you're not going to see it.
Yeah, I mean that is a location that needs to be saved for something if they do it at all.
What's next for Bale? Probably being a dungeon boss at some point. Now that we've cracked that door wide open, I could see Bale being a dungeon boss. I really don't think Bale's going to be that important in the scheme of things. I hate to break it to you guys. I don't think he's going to be super important. I see him like kind of going by the wayside like Fickroll did there for quite a long time, and then popping back up just to die.
Oh, for a vampire expansion?
Oh God.
Maybe it'll be a werewolf expansion this time since we already did the vampire.
Christ. So yeah, I have no idea what we do with Bale, but
he's looking for his hand.
His daddy is probably really upset with him right now.
God.
So
maybe he'll build himself a new hand.
Maybe he'll build himself a new hand. Who do we think we're binding the 9 to? I actually don't know if we've determined this yet. It would not shock me to have it be a major character like Drifter or Ikora just to like finish their story out. But like
it really seems like they're leaning heavily on Drifter, right?
I feel like Drifter might be like the obvious choice. I almost wonder, like, so Lodi is already a new emissary.
Yeah.
Is Lodi maybe the one that they bind him to? I don't know. I either way, I don't think it's like super cut and dry yet. I think you're gonna get your first major clues to who we're gonna bind him to. This summer would probably be the first real indication you're gonna get. Because we've essentially stepped into the middle of a civil war between the 9.
Yeah.
After 3's death. But like, how did 3 engineer their death to be like that? And, we know that it can exist across space and time. So, they exist outside kind of our reality, but some of them are trying to break into our reality. So
did we ever figure out if there are 2 sets of 9?
I do not believe there are.
Because they said like the outer 9 and the inner 9. Is that just referring to people within like an inner circle and an outer circle, or like the turncoats, if you will? Like, I don't know.
I don't
remember. I don't know.
I do not remember, but I would almost guarantee you there's only 1 set of 9. That's already confusing enough because there's one member for each planet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I knew that. It's just like, dang. I just they said the outer 9 at one point I was like, oh my gosh, what are they even talking about? Anyways, not important, I guess.
Why do we even have that lever? I love Emperor's New Groove.
Love it.
All right. Best. Well, why don't you go ahead and get us on out of here, Corey?
Yeah, let's get on out of here. I want to thank everybody out there for watching and or listening to this episode of Tower Casuals, the Destiny podcast. We're back
for the Destiny podcast that spent 30-something minutes bullshitting about non-Destiny topics tonight.
I mean, that's every week, though.
That's every week.
At least it wasn't sports, guys.
That's true. We did keep sports to a crisp 90 seconds because I don't know where the nickname Drake May came from.
It sounds like somebody got lazy and...
That sounds like a Gen Z thing, and I don't think that I'm hip enough for that.
Why isn't his name like DM?
I don't know. My bones hurt reading that, though. So
That's fair. Josh, thank you for your time tonight, as always. We'll be back with a new episode of Xbox Casuals next week. Everybody out there who listens to both shows.
Developer Direct.
Yep. That'll be exciting. I'm excited to see Forza and Fable and... what else is going to be there?
Forza, Fable,
The Japanese game. What's the Japanese?
The new Game Freak game,
Right?
And then the mystery fourth game, which apparently is from a non-Xbox studio.
Ooh.
So TBD on what that could be, but apparently
Scalebound. It's back.
Dude, man, I really, really wonder if it's the Persona 4 remake. I know it's technically been announced because like we got that real like crappy teaser for it at the showcase, but it is the 30th anniversary of Persona, and they are starting to roll out announcements, and they have 3 spots for game announcements this year on the official 30th anniversary website.
Yep.
So I wonder if we actually see like the first gameplay here. This would be a great opportunity for it. It's already going to be coming to Game Pass. They have a really great relationship with Atlas.
What would the 3 announcements be for Persona then? It would probably be, it's the 4 Reloaded, right? So like
four Reloaded is one. So we actually don't know if that is one. I think it's really safe to assume you're getting 6 announced this year. Mm-hmm. The other one, it's going to be some like bullshit spinoff game. It's probably going to be something like mobile. It's going to be some mobile game. They just put out that
mobile game last year.
I know. The other thing that I'm kind of wondering is if they do a
1 and 2 package?
Do another. I wonder if they do either 1, another rhythm game, or 2, another fighting game. They haven't done a fighting game since Arena Ultimax. So I wonder if they would do another fighting game. The other thing, the one that I'm really, really hoping it is, though, is a true port of Persona 1 and 2, which are not playable on modern systems.
Yeah, that was where my first.
That's where my mind floats to. Is I'm not saying they got to come out this year, but that would be something that would be feasible to come out this year if you do that. And
especially if it's an anniversary, right? Like,
yes, and then you release 6 sometime next year.
Yeah, like I feel like you could do like the Lunar remasters, right? Like you could just put them together, or the Suikoden.
They're going to have to be together in one package. They already were when they were on the PSP.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And that's the last time that we saw. That's the last time you could buy those games was on the PSP.
Yeah. Plus, they need to do some quality of life things to those games too, I bet. But because they're PS1 Super. Actually, I think the first one's a Super Famicom game, right? And that they ported to PS1. So, anyways, Persona. Anyways, everybody out there, thank you so much for watching and or listening. And until next time, we love you. Goodbye.